Hey guys, Steve Hanford here. I want to talk about some things we saw at the tournament. We also heard some at the tournament. I want to talk about ring positioning and competitors' awareness of the judges. One of the, I'll say, complaints, which it wasn't the fault of the judges, but to teach a competitor that it's their fault when they're upset, it's like talking to that wall over there. So hopefully we can learn from their mistakes, and if they watch this, hopefully they learn something along the way too. So groin contact at a tournament. A lot of tournaments they don't allow groin contact over in Ohio and Michigan, but in Indiana, TKA, PKC, Lions Karate Circuits, groin contact's allowed. Now, if you were imagine you are the judge as the viewer at home. If I'm sparring here and, hey! Groin kick with the key up, drawing attention, easy to call point for you and probably your other judge that's over there. Now the judge over there, or maybe your corners are over here, if I'm throwing a kick here, that judge should not call it. They cannot see the contact. A good judge will not call the contact if they don't see it. Similarly, if we're sparring just on opposite sides, same setup, I still have my right foot in front, I had my right foot in front there. This would be their right side in front. If I'm here, you're the judge, there's another judge over there, and I go, hey! Did you see the contact? No, I could have missed. Did they see it? No. Did that person see it? They saw it if I was standing here. If I was standing here, they wouldn't have seen it because they can't see through me. If your judges were over here and over here, that person might be able to see it and that person might. But if it's here, then that person, no chance. And that one, yes. Now, one of the discrepancies at the tournament was that judge didn't call point. Okay, should they have called point? Yes, they should have. Did that judge maybe know that these judges couldn't have seen it, so it wouldn't have been a point anyways? Yes, they probably knew that. Moving forward, hopefully if a judge sees a point, stop! Back center, judge it is, call! And you guys would say no call, no see, and this person would hold up a flag. It would waste 10 to 15 seconds of the match, but that would acknowledge the point. What happened at the tournament was one of those, and then also there was some chasing. So we're here, we're moving around, and I'm here, they're here. Hey! Well, this judge might not have seen it anyways because I was in the way. If I'm here, they can't see through me. You couldn't see me. Those judges can't see me. That judge might have been able to see it if they were on that corner. So ring positioning, moving around. So if that's one reason. If you ever see me spar at a tournament and I get to choose which side, I will always choose, if you're the judge, I will always choose this side for two reasons. One, the other competitor usually opens up to a roundhouse kick. Right here, which is fine, because I like a low roundhouse kick. A lot of people don't expect that. Oh, groin contact, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. If it's a point, I'm going to hit you there. And plus, my back fist goes to the back of the head. Do I like hitting people in the face? Yes, I do. Is there possibility of a bloody nose so I lose? Yes, there is. So would I rather hit to the back of the head where there's no possibility of a bloody nose? Yes, it's safer. We're talking point sparring. We're not talking beating up the guy at Walmart, bash him in the face, break his ribs. We're not talking about that. We're talking about point sparring, getting a point. So back of the head and groin kick. Also, I line up this way. You can't see my body. So if he hits me, you shouldn't call it. Now, let's say we line up this way. This guy runs over here, or I have to be red, or whatever. And we're lined up this way. One of the first things I do is I move back and around to try to get us back to at least this way so that you and your corner judge can see my point. Or let's say I'm sparring here, but this guy is there. Well, depending on what I'm going to do, if I want to switch stances and throw that roundhouse kick, I have to get to where you as the judge will see it. And your corner judge. Boom. Of course, if they come rushing into my head and I throw a side kick, everybody sees that. But I need to make sure that you see my hits, see my points. Now, what happened at the tournament was the competitor was in a blind spot. However, his instructor was standing right here. What do you mean that wasn't a point? Well, the other judges couldn't see it, so of course it wasn't a point. And once I can educate those that don't know how to, and if you're an 8th or 9th degree grandmaster, you should probably be judging as well. If I'm competing, I would rather a 8th or 9th degree that should know what they're looking for judge over a 1st or 2nd degree that's learning how to judge. Although there are some 8th or 9th degrees that already think they're better than everybody else, so I don't really want them judging anyway. So maybe that's something to consider as well. Maybe it's a good thing when some grandmasters aren't judging. But so using your ring presence, your movement to make sure that the judges see it, that will help you, not only our students, other students. Hopefully they don't use that against us. Hopefully we can make our back to the judges so they can't see if they hit our chest, but hopefully that helps. Use the ring, use your movement, get the judges to see your techniques rather than whining and complaining when you didn't do a good job and blaming the judges for your loss, which it wasn't the judge's fault. So, all right, thank you. I hope it helps you.